Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the Luke Mind Power podcast. Guess what? I have another surprise special guest joining us for another success story. This is an opportunity where people who have joined our coaching programs get to share their story and also get to introduce them to the world as well, which is pretty awesome. So I have Jami with me. Welcome to the podcast, Jami.
Thank you.
So great to have you. Now, let's go straight in because you joined the Speak and Transform program, which is our speaking and personal development program as well. So first of all, what inspired you to join us and why did you feel like I could actually help you?
Well, that's a story in itself because when I first joined, I had an Instagram that was focused around beauty and makeup tips for the over 50 population. And I saw you dancing in the woods and you had this inspiring phrase. And I thought, you know what? I want to be able to do an online business. And I thought that, the Speak and Transform program would be perfect. And it was such a weird timing. It was like at that moment, it's hard to explain, but it was my husband left me it was right before my birthday. And he left an unsigned birthday card on my computer and basically was like, I've taken my clothes. I don't know when I'm coming back. And I'm just like, oh my God, oh shit. So I was thinking to myself, I live here in Florida with my son lives in another condo next to me. And I'm thinking I can't afford this condo on my own. I need to create a business where I can, support myself because my current job wasn't going to be able to pay my rent or my mortgage. And so basically when he left, I this Speak and Transform program was a perfect timing. I'm diving in deep and I was just thinking I was going to create a great online business with makeup. And then all of a sudden I'm going in deep and the first module, it's hitting all this childhood wounds that I had. And I didn't realize I had all this past, issues that I had to bring to the surface and heal. So
It's amazing. So thank you for having the courage to share that and to go a little bit deeper into your story as well. I didn't ask you to go that deep, right? But this is the thing, guys. Like, you're listening to someone who's done the Speak and Transform program, and what she just shared with us is, from what I can see as well, is that she actually took you down into something that we call the valley of her story. And she, as soon as she said that her husband left her and that, she took you into like what was happening in her life before she started the program. And, that's what we teach. That's what it's all about. It's really about sharing your story and helping people to connect with you on that emotional level. So as soon as you started talking like that, I was like, whoa, okay, let me listen, and that's one of the differences between a lot of speakers out there that are presenting themselves, people who do make an impact and that do inspire versus people who just speak. And they may be speaking because they're selling, for example. And so the difference, what we teach in Speak and Transform is about, how do we connect? How do we connect with people? How do we really connect with people's emotions and like actually get people to feel what we're actually feeling and what we're going through as well, and why we're standing up here sharing our story. So, by you going and doing that right now, what you just did, like, I already feel like, oh my gosh, I want to listen to more of your story and how you've changed your life. And like, you went deeper into your childhood wounds as well, which is not necessarily what the Speak and Transform program is really about. But that's what happened to me in 2018. I started
crazy.
working on my communication skills, and it brought up all this insecurity. It brought up my childhood. It brought up, but most importantly, one of the key exercises, actually, I won't tell you what I think it is, but what are some of the exercises in the program that actually like helped you or like, made you feel, what made you grow your confidence, or that really kind of connected you more and helped you?
Yes, I had three that came to me specifically. It was the 7 levels deep,
Mm.
and it was the mirror work. So the mirror work, I really, honestly, like I said before, I thought I was going into the program thinking, I'm going to be a better speaker. That was it. Just, I'm going to learn the tools to learn how to present myself. And then realizing that getting to your authentic self, because the authentic self is the piece that really hits the heart. And, one of the things that you had said was the bigger the heart, the bigger the audience, because they are reaching you and you're reaching them.
Yeah.
And so 7 levels deep and then mirror work. And I remember one of the mirror work, I had said something that was, um, it was so like profound and it just brought me to tears. And in Speak and Transform, we do modules. And in our modules, we present them in the community and in a video format. And so I was presenting it, and as I'm presenting it, I didn't realize the flood of emotions that was coming behind what I was feeling. And it was like it just flooded out. I was like, holy cow, I had no idea there was so much emotion that I was suppressing, basically. And it came forward and it was so healing. It was like the mirror work just brought out this healing aspect. And it's something that we do daily. It's something that I do daily now is my mirror work. I actually have it next to me right now.
It's awesome. That's awesome. So tell me, how do you feel in terms of your energy, your state, your level of confidence, level of peace maybe in your life from who you were to who you are now because you've done the work?
I don't even recognize the person that I was when I started. How significant it was. And I have grace and peace for that person that I was. But today, it's so crazy, but it does completely transform your inner self, and my friends even commented, Jamie, you are a completely different person than when you were, when you start, like, they're all, they can't believe the changes that have happened to me because of going deep. And also just, I was learning a ton of skills. I mean, there's more than just going deep, but it's, learning to speak as well.
That's amazing. And I'm just curious, how have you navigated the journey of feeling rejected, for example, in your relationship, as you've like navigated this journey and moved forward?
Yeah. Um, I realized that the rejection was something that I manifested. It was something I created to learn to love myself. And moving forward, yes, I'm, not in a narcissistic way, but I'm putting myself first. And I'm learning to love myself. And yeah, I mean, the journey is actually more like I'm blossoming into a new me. And that's
That's
what's
amazing.
beautiful about it.
It's funny. It's interesting you actually say that, I'm putting myself first, not in a narcissistic way, because I know that a lot of people who have been through those kind of relationships have probably experienced the other person being selfish, for example. And then it can almost come across like, if you put yourself first, then that's coming from a toxic place, right?
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because yes, I did preface that, which yeah, it's the programming's still there. Thinking
Right.
about that.
So, and so when you start to really do the work on yourself, it's very easy for you to feel guilty for putting yourself first, and you might feel like you're being perceived as being selfish. But again, like, these are people's opinions, and if people don't know you or they don't understand the real context of like why you're doing what you're doing, and why working on yourself is important, and why protecting your energy and your peace is important, and why making these decisions is really important for you to be able to actually grow and heal and evolve, then you're going to get people judging you. That's part of the journey.
Yeah. And I so appreciate you because you've done the work and you've gone deep and you've brought so much healing to me. And I appreciate you and you're so generous in this interview and I appreciate you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I appreciate you for coming on and sharing your story. And this is another level up for you.
Yes, I'm leveling up. Oh, and I loved one of the modules was where we had to go. It's a little grim, but it actually was really healing. You're going into, your funeral and what would people say about you, and then leaving a legacy. And it was like, that was a whole nother huge piece that was unveiling a new me and being a better speaker. And how it all came about when I started doing my angel messages and creating a new business. So Speak and Transform helped me start creating a new business. And what happened was I did a video. I did at home. I did a video. I've always been connected to the angels, so it's been something that I did this message, and I brought it to work, and I showed one of my coworkers. She was having a rough day. I said, this was actually some card I pulled. This was a message I had from my angels. And she's like, Jamie, you need to share that. Like, that's going to make a difference to people. And I'm like, are you sure? Like, I was so like, and then all of a sudden I did. And then from there, it was like, okay, all right, now this is why Speak and Transform came into my life. This is why I'm having the confidence to move forward. And, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, the confidence is something that we must take action on and build it if we don't have it.
Yes.
And I used to think that confidence was something you were born with, but
Yeah.
I quickly learned as soon as I started working on my communication skill set that confidence was something that you actually build within yourself, you know? So
Yeah.
congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But I mean, you talk about these cards, the angel cards, and I know that there are other different types of cards and stuff like that. But I mean, just to put it out there, I mean, I see people, and I have seen people for a long time on using TikTok or other platforms to share these cards and their wisdom, and actually pulling these cards out for people while they're watching them live, and actually like, people are making money on these platforms and being, receiving. I see money as just energy, right? But people are
Right.
very giving on these social media platforms because of the value that people are giving when they're live. You're pulling out these cards and you're sending out messages to people, and they're so relatable, and it feels like, like I speak on my podcast. A lot of people say, damn, it feels like you're talking to me. And I feel like, you're anointed, you have a gift, and it's important for you to be able to express that and to be able to share that with the world. And that's what I'm seeing you're doing. So you also said that you do massage therapy, aesthetics and stuff like
Yes.
that. So I used to do massage as well. And yeah, before, like, this was like 20, when I was 24 or something like that. So I did a
Mhm.
massage course. And so I really believe in the power of touch. And when you have done the work on yourself, and also when you're, I think from my point of view, an empath, sensitive, I'm very protective of my energy. I know my energy is very sacred. So when I touch, I'm transferring energy.
Yes.
And so you also use that in terms of unblocking and helping people with their chakras and their energy
Yes.
center. So give us a little bit of context on that, because I'm sure there might be someone listening, and of course I'm going to add your social media links and stuff like that in the description, so people might reach out to you or want to learn more from you. So yeah, give us a little bit of context of how you help people with that.
With the hands-on healing, yes.
Yeah,
Uh, you know, it's 22 years of doing hands-on healing. And I remember when I first started, I had a business called Touch of Grace Massage. And a tiny bit of context was that when I was young, my dad was never someone that hugged us. We were never touched. So when I went into massage school and I was touched every day, I was like, what transformation experience just in itself. And then doing massage now over the time is that all of a sudden, as I'm doing massage, the blocks are coming, but the energy, I have to have great energy. Like, I have to eat
absolutely.
right. I've got to work. I can't go in with bad energy. I go in with good energy, and it's clearing all the pathways for them. And because I work the lymphatic system, which is part of the body's detox system, and it's all connected, really. And so, going in, you'll feel it's just clearing. Majority of my clients say that was the best massage they've ever had in their life. And it's kind of laughable because it's not necessarily because I give the best massage, it's because of the energy in the room.
Mm.
Because what's happening, and some people may not understand this, but their loved ones will come in the room and their angels will come in the room. And so there's a whole energetic program that's going on that's healing the matrix of their energy body.
Mm.
And so it's a significant healing experience for my patients.
It's amazing. Is there any way that you can do that virtually?
I could, yes, through meditation and energy healing.
Yep.
So it's actually something I'm creating on my Patreon. So I'm
Awesome.
putting together Patreon, which will be listed. And on one of my tiers, I do a once a month healing for the people that
Uh-huh.
sign up. And I
Yep.
send that healing energy
That's awesome.
to my
Have you have you heard of school.com?
pardon?
School. Have you heard of school.com?
No, I haven't.
Check it out. It's a great platform for you to build a community. And then if you've got any sort of courses or anything that you want people to go through or get access to, like your knowledge and what you teach,
Thank you.
they're able to have a free community, because you can create a free community, and then you can also have you know, levels that people can kind of take further action and learn more from you, and access like further digital products and resources from you as well. I think it's skool.com.
Oh,
So check it out. And obviously, if you're watching live, then, you know, if you want to build a community and create courses or stuff like that, really I've seen so many people using it. I mean, this is the technological age that we're using, the information age, and
okay.
you know, you're only making excuses for yourself if you can't start or build an online business. And it's just really about giving value and teaching people what you know. So check it out if you haven't.
Thank you. Yes, I
Yeah.
definitely will.
Yeah. But yeah, I've heard of Patreon, and my friends have used that in the past on their social media platforms as well. So it's a good platform. But Jami, thank you so much for joining me, for sharing everything, your time, most importantly. Thanks for being such a bright light in the Speak and Transform community, and you know, sharing your journey with us. It's been amazing to spend some quality time with you. And I'm just curious, just one final question, you know, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Like, what are you doing?
Ooh.
How are you helping people? What's happening?
There are unlimited possibilities there. And I see myself really, oh gosh, just I have total freedom to do what what I want to create and where I'm
Yeah.
at. So, you know, and that's, just having a very loving community, a loving space, and yeah, great. One day, a loving partner that matches my frequency,
Yep.
healing, and
Yeah, they're out there.
yeah,
Yep. This is part of your journey of growing, healing, raising your vibration, so that you can actually attract that person, you know?
yes,
So trust that everything is happening on purpose. It's happening for a reason. And they're also praying and hoping that you keep growing, so that eventually, when the time is right, you will connect, and it will be magical, and it'll be easy. It'll be amazing. I believe in you, and I know it's going to happen. But also, you know where I see you?
what
Just putting it out there into the universe and planting some good seeds. I see you doing retreats. I see you doing experiences where people can come together, where you help them to heal, where you do guided meditations, visualizations. You take them through different types of maybe massages or some sort of experiences, maybe even in like Costa Rica or Puerto Rico or wherever it is in those forests, or even maybe in the mountains somewhere in the US, where you know, people come to disconnect, and you take them through program or something like that for like, you know, 3 days or something like that. And then also I see you on stage. I see you sharing, speaking, crushing it.
thank you. I do receive that. I do. One piece that I forgot to mention is that I have one of the when you talk about meditation is that like I have a voice. I'll sing between patients. And it's just like God gave me this healing sound. I don't want to say I sing words per se, but sounds. So maybe some sound healing or something like that.
Well, there's definitely a YouTube channel that's waiting for you to start releasing guided meditations, or even a Spotify, um, even guided meditations on as a podcast on Spotify and Apple. If you check out Rising Higher Meditations, her name's Jess Shepherd. I think if you listen to some of her guided meditations, you'll definitely relate with her way of expression and her sound. And maybe that'll inspire you to take action and put yourself out there as well.
I'm so excited, and thank you. Really, Luke, you're special. I really believe that you heal the earth angels of the world. And, you brought me out of my shell, and I appreciate you.
You're welcome. I appreciate you too. It's been great to spend some time. And guys, thank you so much for joining us on another amazing opportunity for us to share, more people that have taken action and working on their personal development. And Jami did the Speak and Transform program. If you're interested in learning more about the Speak and Transform program, or you would like to just take action and join that amazing program, then you can simply click the link in the description below. There's a direct link where you can actually just sign up immediately and get started. Start your transformation today. So, Jami, once again, thank you so much. And guys, I'll see you guys on the next episode.
Thank you.